AAU. So some timely and against opponents that have given Army some trouble in the last few years.
And Army rides out the penalty. Aiden Weisenborn checks in, and it's even strength. Less than 11 minutes to go in this first quarter. Here's Weisenborn. Weisenborn with the shot. Weisenborn starts things off. The even strength for the Black Knights results in a 1-0 goal.
And that's his 8th of the season. Weisenborn, the 6'3" freshman from West Chicago. First year starting off senior day. You love to see that he takes that shot first. 0-0 game, some touch and go to start the contest. Army on top though, and that's what you want to see from the program that is one of the leaders in the nation.
Will Coletti still looking for his first face-off win against Colin McCloy. Score for this Bison team. Trying to get 45 open. It's not an easy task, especially with this Army defense that's best in the country, Matthew.
Yeah, you have 3 players that can easily take Davis one-on-one. And that's trouble today for Bucknell, but they've been scouting this. They've been planning for this. One-on-one defense, and we'll see how they break through and execute today.
Ryan Nixon with the defense. Also Billy Adams, one of the seniors today. Keegan Tracy has a short stick for Army, and it's a shot clock violation, but Tracy plays long pole as well, so switching things up, getting him more reps at defensive mini. Eicher with the first shot. Eicher with the goal. His first shot of the day, no surprise, the leading goal scorer with 39 on the season for the Black Knights.
And Eicher just lifts the twig over his shoulder like Poseidon's staff and jabs away.
Transfer in from UMass Lowell, and Renault's had a solid season in the cage.
Yeah, and Bucknell's coaching staff informed us that Renault really won the competition in net. He started this season riding the bench. He played 3 games as the backup, and he slowly earned that consistency and showed that in practice. They also stated he's one of the hardest workers on the team.
And offsides for Frank Federaca's squad. Can't have those mistakes, especially going against this Army team that is very efficient with their shots on goal. Here's another opportunity, a quick one, and it's a goal. Gunnar Fellows. Fellows, his 98th career point, and his first goal of the day.
Yeah, Highland Ranch native coming from behind the X, and that's his classic shot.
3-0 Army. Colin McCloy.
Yeah, you want to hear the numbers between both years. 2024, when Coletti was at full strength, 602% for the team, 240 face-off wins. This year, coming into the game, just 114, 496%. They're 44th in NCAA D1. So with Coletti in, they're a top team in the nation at the face-off. But without him, you saw that the team was doing all right, but it's a major factor to have Coletti at the face-off.
There's Coletti's first face-off win of the day. This Army team continues to penetrate on the offensive side. There's Eicher, the dangerous attackman. Eicher across. Eicher's second goal of the day. It's too easy for number 3.
I mean, the last 3 game clip we've seen, really 2 1/4 game clip we've seen from Eicher, he's been unstoppable.
Pushing it around, D'Agostino once again. Eicher with the pump fake. Eicher with the shot, deflected, and it goes Bucknell's way. Luke Renault with the effort.
Great effort from the keeper there. You're down 4-0. You want possession to start to get the ball rolling.
Now Bucknell, they are at the bottom for clear percentage in the Patriot League this season at an 82% clip. The Army's ride is going to be impactful today, but this time Bucknell does get it across into the box. Here comes a bouncer shot, and it's a low one for Owen Kovacs. The junior from Rye, New York, gets things going for the Bison.
That's got to feel good for Kovacs. He was injured all of 2024. He's able to finish here, get his goal to start the game, and we'll see if he can generate more, his 18th of the season. Here's a replay of that opportunity. And kind of giving Army a taste.
For this Army team is impressive, but that Boston University loss does hurt them.
And it's a team that seems to have their number, but as you said, as the season's gone along, they've compiled the wins they need to stay in contention even if they don't win the Patriot League.
Grayson Falk with the big hit against A.J. Pilot. Not often you see Pilot towards the ground, but Falk with the save after the shot. And that fired up the Bucknell bench.
That was a thunderous hit.
Panetti against Tracy. Side shot, goal! Connor Davis, his first of the day. The leading goal scorer for the Bison. His 39th of the season.
Davis, same frame, same build as Eicher. He's big, he can shoot, and boy, did he get every piece of that. 39th of the season, and what a way to respond. He's pumping up the sidelines. You can see the difference in size on the rosters. Davis is the leader on the field. He's a little more quiet, not as vocal, but that's how he's in Bucknell's favor. But again, they'll have to capitalize on these opportunities if they want to make this a game. Have to win the next two.
1 minute and 11 seconds remaining in this quarter. Both teams still have their timeouts for the first half. "30-second penalty on Mazer. They'll call a hold against him. So now 1 man down, and it's right in front of the doorstep. It's a goal. Beautiful Will Hopkins right there.
Wow, Will Hopkins, what a move on the inside. He switches hands, finds a hole, and deposits the ball there. It's a one-goal game now.
Joe Alberici fired up, brings his entire team in. Army calls their first timeout. 4-3, the Black Knights. Here's the replay. Hopkins. It's too easy.
Talk about first team all hands. Will Hopkins, he was second team all Patriot League last year. And what a...
It's the shorty and Keegan Tracy. He goes towards net. And a stop from Sean Byrne, avoiding to let up goal number 4. Black Knights have the ball.
Scramble for it, and again, Falk with an impact. He had the huge hit on Pilot to cause the turnover for Davis' goal.
Army will take their time. Evan Plunkett has control. Keegan Tracy, the D-midi, right in front. Masterson with the shot off the pipe. Bucknell 10 seconds. They have to go.
Gosh, we're feeling the ring from up here in the booth. That was a howitzer off the post.
2 seconds, shot, goal! Right at the buzzer! Peter Grundle-Follow! Wow! That's the way to end quarter number 1 and tie things back up.
Slam the buzzer, buzzer beater. What a way, one-on-one with speed. He cuts to the inside, undercuts the defender, and rifles that top shelf. And boy, the momentum, big time with some pace. You can see they're working things through the midfield.
Henry Boykin against the shorty and Christian Mazer. Boykin takes it back behind the net. There's Michael Meyer. Grundle-Follow, who scored the buzzer beater goal, lost control possession, but the Bison recover, and over and back they're going to officially call. And a quick goal for Army.
Again in transition, Fournier, great play. He gets the ball, he collects it at midfield, and you could see unhappy conversation between official and head coach there on the contact that separated man from ball at midfield. See if we have that in the replay. Here it is. Fournier picks the ball up. You saw a substitution, I believe, on the sideline, and that's how he got wide open, really released that ball.
Christian Fournier, the long
selection.
Sean Byrne across the field. Finds Fellows. It's a 5-4 game here at Michie Stadium. Bucknell looking to win out this season to stay alive and get a top 6 seed for the Patriot League tournament, where that ends their 2025 season. Army looking to secure the 1 seed if Boston University loses today. And it's a quick pop and goal. Finn McCullough, his first of the day. 20th point of his career.
Great to see those second and tertiary players having an impact today for Army. In a game that got close, you're starting to peel away again.
Fellows with the assist, and Fellows gets another point added to his career mark, now at 99.
The big 9-9, he's close to those. We'll see how he can deliver from X. That's his spot on the field. It'll likely be an assist. I'll say it might be an assist. We've seen, I think, Fellows play a little bit better today than in recent games at X. Last year, he was virtually unstoppable behind the cage.
Will Coletti making some moves after his 5th face-off win. Now it's in the dangerous stick of Jackson Eicher.
That's what's deceiving about Army.
Ryan Nixon, the long pull. Assist from Eicher up top. Goes past Bruneau.
Oh, Matt, we got a long pole goal. We saw Fournier from range, and now we got Nixon, who's played so well on the defensive side of the ball. You love to see the big paddle earn a goal today.
Ryan Nixon letting loose. That's his first goal of the season.
Second career goal in 51.
Brunner this season, 14 goals, 6 assists. Again, one of the many players who has over double-digit goals for this Bucknell team.
Yeah, Bucknell's offense is really strong. They're second in the conference in goals.
Excellent defense against Grayson Falk. Fournier, the long stick. And a shot, and it skips past Byrne. Goal for the Bison. Anthony Panetti puts it in the back.
And that was a great pick. We'll see on the replay, the separation between defender and attacker was because of a set pick. Just a little bit of contact right there on Fournier. Slowed him down a little bit and opened up the lane.
It skipped past Sean Byrne, who's been excellent all season, leading this top-scoring defense in the nation. It's a 7-5 game. Anthony Panetti, second goal.
Yeah, first year delivering, and we saw a few of those younger players having an impact on this game for both sides, and that's a major impact to have. Panetti getting this a little bit closer, 2-goal game now.
He has 2 points today. Panetti with an assist as well. And the face-off win for Bucknell, going quick. It's a long pull, Ollie Howe, and it's a shot, top right corner. Michael Meyer on the board. 2 goals within the last 30 seconds for this Bucknell squad.
Play the Halloween soundtrack, a horrifying shot on goal from Meyer. And in transition, giving Army a taste of their own meds. What a shot, what a release. Bar Mexico, and from the midfield, a great way to get the ball upfield. They were on sport mode, and we found a way to deliver.
Bison fired up, back-to-back goals for the visitors, and it's a 7-6 game here.
And Albarisi had all but good things to say about his development.
Fellows tried to bend it around, and Renault with the stop. Renault another save to add to his tally, 4 on the day.
Renault is getting comfortable in net, and that's another factor. You need the keeper to be as strong and to look all the way downfield at Byrne and say, if you can do it, I can do it better.
Army going for the body, and it results in them getting the turnover. Christian Fournier in transition. Keegan Tracy. Eicher, goal! Hat trick once again. Jackson Eicher with the quick shot.
3 for 3. There's Eicher on the Hattie, pulling the rabbit out, and what a play by Tracy to get upfield. He gets the ball in midfield, uses some legwork to get up and get the ball to Eicher, so he's got the assist, and Eicher just ropes that home. Holy laser.
Senior day, he has not quieted down one bit, and Jackson Eicher, the Virginia native, once again showing why he's one of the best in America.
One of the best in America for sure. And you see his totals just completely inflating now. He's over the 120 mark, and boy, what a career he's put together. And this is a player that didn't play much his first year. It's really been the last 2 years that he's come into the fold.
Here comes Army again, long pull, goal! Sean Andrew Miller.
Holy smokes, 3 long pull goals today. Fournier, we saw Tracy get into the offense? This is an incredible showing by the backfield for the Black Knights.
Ooh, a quick shot. Andrew Miller elevates 9-6. The shot from the long stick midi, the sophomore from Northport, New York, puts it in the cage. Coletti with his eighth face-off win, looking for number 9. Now Meyer recovers.
Met by good defense again by the Black Knights.
Grandelfo with the shorty on him. It's a high shot. Byrne with the effort. The bench and crowd like his effort.
And Montorio and Mazer with the defensive plays that led to that strong physical defense. Here's Burns' diving effort. Think they should get him in Speedo and cap for the dive squad?
I don't think that's the worst thing in the world. I'm sure these guys can play as many sports as possible with the athletics that they have. And Braden Fountain with his first goal of the day after the clear in Army. 10-6.
I mean, they moved the ball upfield like nothing, like taking a stroll in the park. Look at this transition. Eicher finds Fountain in front. You hardly see plays like this. He's not getting buried, but doing his best against Coletti, who's really the leader in the nation and the model face-off taker.
Masterson climbs on down. Army's Jackson Eicher up top. Eicher with the move. Eicher with the shot. 4th goal of the day as he fires past Renault once again.
Wow. Look at this Ellie from the sidelines too. Eicher is just unstoppable. This is your warning now for anyone scouting this game. Looking ahead on the schedule, Loyola next week, Patriot League tournament. He's unstoppable. This isn't an isolated shot. You could see the defender puts his hands up. He works around 2 defenders. A third long pole comes in to try and strike the stick. And
that's Jazz Zanelli, the junior goalkeeper from North Caldwell, New Jersey, into the game. Zanelli back behind the net, about a 50% save percentage on the year. He's played significant amount of time behind Renault, and Fred Frederica has decided to make the change. Do you like the idea of a new goalkeeper in with less than 2 to go in the first half?
Yeah, maybe it's a way to fire up the team and just fire up the defense. The attack has done a great job with their responsibilities. D needs to step up, and the goaltending change, you saw it's starting to falter a little bit. Now a 5-goal game, and get a new keeper in.
Meyer bounces past Byrne with the low shot, and it's a goal. Bucknell's first goal in a little while, and now it's a 4-goal deficit for Bucknell.
Bucknell playing a little bit of chameleon. You'd think they'd be wearing the white, gold, and black today with the way they've played on offense. Yes, in zone, yes, half field, but this was the scouting report. Army's going to take those low shots. Now they're giving them, as I mentioned before,
be in his way that all have a chance to win and show why they are the most versatile for their team. Sean Byrne, AJ Pilot, Evan Plunkett, and Jackson Eicher.
And Byrne with a great save on this end. I don't think we can highlight enough how crucial his play in net has been today. It's still a close enough game where you get a save or two, and it could be the difference.
Weisenborn with the shorty. He got things started early on in this game, and it's been Army a lot today. Bucknell has had their runs of success, but Army towards the end of the first half had other ideas. Fountain escapes and keeps it. Jackson Eicher with the quick pass from Gunnar Fellows, and Fellows, his 100th career point, goes to Jackson Eicher for his 5th goal.
What a way to move the ball. It looked like they were out of the play. It looked like the Bucknell defense had found a way to keep them to the outside. 2 on, 3 on. You know what's impressed me the most about Army today? It's not just about the speed upfield. The ball's in Fellows' stick for what? 1 count, 2 count? Less than 1.5 seconds. Fellows 100th. Made a save or 2 so far, but you can challenge the keeper here with a man down. And their penalty kill, 52.9%. That's 8th, the floor of the Patriot League. So This is where Bucknell struggles the most in their game.
30-second penalty, a push from behind. Jackson Eicher looking for number 6. Number 6 comes in the bottom left corner.
I think Nikolai Busko had said it on the last women's lacrosse broadcast. I believe that's the sock trick. So Eicher with not 2 hat tricks, but a sock trick. And I mean, he is just like casting lightning bolts out of the stick today. Fountain finds him, and this is from range. This is not from in close. It's not from his office to the right of the keeper. He just lets it fly, and at this point, 5 career goals. So we're getting quickly into that 90 territory.
He's looking for 45th on the year as well, 1 away. Luke Brunner called for the trip, so that will be a 1 minute for him. Second penalty of the day for the Bison. Both teams have their timeouts. 40 seconds on the penalty clock. Evan Plunkett, no goals today. Gunnar Fellows fires right in front.
I think there are a few players that needed a confidence game today, and both of them have had major impacts. Will Coletti, who set that record, but also has played tremendous throughout the game, battling some injuries this year. And Gunnar Fellows, I thought he fell into a little bit, at least in terms of the stat sheet, a secondary role. He's had influence on the games. He's an upperclassman, a superb.
Not even 5 minutes in, Army now has doubled the lead of the Bison's scoring attack today. A shot that goes wide stays with Panetti behind the net.
And we'll see. Clock is the enemy now for Bucknell. Although I say that quite early in the contest, it's really going to come down to how efficiently they could score.
Ryan Nixon not letting anything go past him with Anthony Panetti. Now Tracy the shorty, and it's a goal going against Sean Byrne. Peter Grandafalo with another one.
Yeah, he's got some nice moves. Great footwork, great hands, cuts to the inside over a much larger defender, and he beats the short stick. Great way to take advantage, recognize the situation he was in one-on-one. Look, he peels around X, hops over a man, and just beats Tracy, the short stick.
And they seem to be taking advantage of Tracy being a short stick today. All of the
a lot of passion today. They have to win the next 2 games to get into the Patriot League tournament, facing a mountain in this contest here in the 3rd quarter.
This might not be so easy to win one of their final 2 games, which is today, and next week they play Navy.
Yeah, some scoreboard watching too will be a factor. We'll see how Loyola and BU fare.
Lehigh as well, Colgate all playing. Lafayette and Gunnar Fellows, another goal from Army, 15-8. Continuing to pilot it on, here as the sun comes out.
And it really was no question, I think, today, now with how Fellows has played, that I think he sniffed out that 100. Maybe he had that in the notebook somewhere, but it wasn't really about that. It was getting back into his game. This time scoring from about the 20-yard line. Great look again to just catch and release.
Official championship jeweler of the Patriot League. And the Patriot League. We are today's scholar athletes. We are tomorrow's leaders. We are the Patriot League. And a quick goal right off the face-off.
Gunnar Fellows delivers there.
Fellows, 4th goal of the day. A magical day for the junior.
Yeah, Fellows has just been everything and more for this team. From the X, you saw the assist on the Eicher goal to start the quarter. Now a 16-8 game, and really it's come at the hands of Coletti at X. You've seen Fellows deliver, and you see Eicher continue his rampage this season, and a campaign that's been virtually unmatched and a little more of a comfortable, game for the offense once they got things going and they peeled away. It hasn't been the same competitive levels we saw last week against Navy, although again, Bucknell has to win this game.
Eicher with the interception. Eicher towards net. Eicher, 7th goal. Another cannon goes off for the Black Knights.
Jackson Eicher has let it rip all game, and between he and Fellows alone, they're taking Bucknell to the brink. And what other notch on your chest than to say, yeah, we took out Bucknell this season. Second to last game of the year. I mean, what a goal. The interception at midfield. What a season. Overall, this year has been fantastic for the game of lacrosse, and you know, to see it grow and to see some of the schools that are involved with its growth, it's incredible. An Ivy League, a military academy.
Lots of parity in this season with the way these different conferences are going. Virginia, who was in the Final Four not long ago with Connor Schellenberger, now is unranked. You have Ohio State up at the top 3. You have Michigan. Them two are playing for the Big Ten Championship today for the regular season title. There's a lot of different facets. Like Maryland is the team that you're used to winning the Big Ten or Johns Hopkins, and that's not the case today. Connor Davis adds on to his tally. Bucknell back in the scoring column. Davis, second goal of the day.
Yeah, good to see Davis get his second goal of the day. That brings him to 40 total this season, and now 17-9, getting things going and continuing to keep his game in motion, at least at the individual level, and for his team to start stacking up
Signing talent in some different areas than your Northeast. Sean Byrne from Georgia. There's Evan Plunkett. Plunkett still trying to find his first goal of the day. Eicher up top. Army can hold and get the possession to start the fourth quarter off if they do so. Fellows right in front. Eicher with the assist. It's another one for Gunnar Fellows. Make that his 5th goal of the day to add on to Eicher's 7.
Boy, does he stop. Play Freebird. Fellows, I wouldn't say this is the coming out game for him. We know exactly what he's capable of. A 100-point scorer in his career, but wow, what a game 41's had for Army. And Eicher with the dish for the assist. It's starting to feel like Eicher might put up double digits plus this game. Tall task for Bucknell, trying to get into the tournament, and they'll have to do it in this quarter alone.
Meyer up top against John Sullivan. Meyer with his left hand. Here comes Kovacs. Kovacs bounces it. Cam Doolin on the field. Connor Davis. Here's Doolin. Doolin shot. Gets past Richardson. There's the first goal for Bucknell in the fourth quarter.
Doolin, the senior from Westminster, Maryland, in the 12 games he started this year, there's his 12th goal of the season. 53 career games, getting on the board, getting the team to double digits, and at this point you just want the respectability to
in. Schroeder, there he is in the long stick, the top of the box.
It looks like now he's coming off with a substitution. Oh no, we'll just retreat to his own end.
Connor Guibord into the game as well, and seeing a lot of new faces, less than 8 to go in this game.
Yeah, Sullivan coming off. Tracy's been very active this game.
Absolutely, trying to get him more action as a D-midi. And a stop. Oh, it's a goal right through the 5-hole. It's the first goal of the day for Mike Harney.
And that'll bring the Black Knights to 19-10, and it's great to see secondary supporting players break through.
Mike Harney, first goal of the day. It just gets past the stick of Parker Day. 19-10, less than 8 to go here on ESPN+.
Game, and I thought to myself, oh, I really hope he gets into a game at some point with Byrne ahead of him. And now you're seeing he's in game action.
Michael Meyer with another goal, his 3rd of the day. He has a hat trick right off of the face-off win from McCloy. Ground ball picked up, and it's an 8-point game, but Evan Richardson has been great in net so far, allows that goal as McCloy with the quick face-off and a Meyer fire.
Meyer getting on another teams left against military academies.
The Army women's team trotting down here at Michie Stadium as they get ready to play just after this game on ESPN Plus against Bucknell.
Great to see. They're also enjoying a fantastic season, and when I say enjoying, it's because of all the hard work they've put in. A lot of players have plugged into roles that last season they weren't in.
Masterson comes up top. Masterson with the goal. Grant Masterson with the hard work and the swim move. It puts it back behind the net.
And look at the sidelines for Army. Really fired up to see some of their teammates that haven't had a lot of in-game action get on the scoreboard. Great move to the inside, and that's where you score the goals, right in front of the net.
Goal number 20 for this Army team today, and this is where they are starting to really find their rhythm. This is their team high this year.